Hello, ladies and gentlemen, my student and listeners. How are you? Welcome to Time to Get It Monday. This is John Neal Jr., your professor. Today we're going to talk about a very interesting subject. It's family background and history. Well, what do you know about your family background and history? Is it even important to you? Well, see, you know what? Nowadays, I don't hear a lot of people talking about their family background or their history. Why is that? Well, I think there's a problem with it, right? Never be ashamed where you come from. Never be ashamed to talk about it. You often hear people knowing about their family trees, and some people know nothing about their family trees. Sometimes people may be adopted, and sometimes people may come from a family that they're not very happy about, right? But I still think no matter where you are, who you are, where you come from, you still should know some history when it comes to your family. And I'll tell you why, because it'll help you with your health. It'll tell you a lot about your characteristics, and it also will tell you about certain things that you do in terms of choices you make. Also, the way you think. So here's where it's at. My family background, I'm gonna be real with you, okay? So my family background is one thing, but knowing my family history is a bit different. And there was one time in my life when I was ashamed of my family background. I didn't want to tell people my whole entire culture, my whole entire story, because I was always afraid that they were judging me. And I'm sure there's a lot of you out there who feel the same way. You don't want to be judged by this. You don't want to be judged by that. And it doesn't feel good when people judge you, when you feel like they're asking you a question to probe or to make fun of you, right? But it happens. But here's the beautiful thing that I learned. True story. So when I went to Portland State University, I got my bachelor's in humanities and I got a minor in Black Studies, Black History, right? And the thing is, even though I'm African American and Native American, I didn't realize my history, right? I didn't realize it because everything that society taught me about my history, it was kind of negative. And then when I saw TV, I didn't see a lot of cool roles that African Americans played. It was always something violent or something that they didn't speak very well or something, and this affected my self-esteem. I got to a point to where I got tired. I got tired of what I was hearing through the media. I got tired of people was telling me, and I said, I want to know for myself because I know that I come from good people. I know that there's people out there that are intelligent, but just for the simple fact that I live in an area that have a small population of my culture and race. And that is part of my history and my family background, right? Follow me. So I've taken these classes, I've taken these film study classes and these history classes, and I see and seen all these things that people have done. Frederick Douglass, Rosa Parks, even Oprah Winfrey, Paul Robeson, Sidney Poitier, all these prolific African American people who have contributed so much as humanitarians, movie stars, and athletes, who spoke extremely well and stood up for justice and equality. Now, I'm not here to talk about racism or anything like that, but what I am going to do is I'm going to point out that if we don't know where we come from and the good that our cultures and background and family has done, then we don't know who we are. Well, let me tell you something else. That experience changed my life. It changed the way that I started to act. It changed the way that I spoke. It changed the way that I carried myself. And then it really helped with my self-esteem. Now I'm not going around asking people for permission because I know I come from something beautiful and I know I come from beautiful people. You see, oftentimes in life, African Americans, they gravitate towards, in our families, in our lives, what happened on the negative side. There's some good things that come from slavery. Work ethics, community, no matter how things turned out, they stuck together. And guess what? Even from slavery, we all became free. And we all became free in the mid-1900s. And I know that we all have some sort of struggle sometimes, but that struggle, it goes across the board with everyone. There's nobody on this earth that doesn't have a struggle. So what I say to you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my student listeners, whatever culture, whatever race you are, don't let your family background hinder you. Look at it in terms of learning who you are. Learn about the positive things. Learn about the contributions that your family and your generations in history has done for you. Learn about the things and the confidence that they had and the struggles that they had. And also look at it this. Measure what they had to go through versus what you have to go through. It's not even close. So if we look at our history in terms of the progress, instead of looking at it as a victim, I think we can go a lot further in our lives. I'm only telling you this because our family background and history is extremely important. And the more you educate yourself on your family background and history, you're going to have a much higher self-esteem and you're going to make better choices as relates to your life. So all I'm saying is please don't use blame and don't cast blame on everything in your life that doesn't go right. But what we should do is we should try to find a solution as relates to family and our background and our history, and we need to gravitate towards it and we need to embrace it. So stop looking for the reasons that you cannot be successful and stop looking for the reasons why you will not embrace your family in your generations to come. But remember, you can't move forward in the future unless you look back in the past. The truth will set you free, and so will your past. Embrace who you are and be the best version of yourself as you possibly can be. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my student and listeners, thank you for tuning in and listening to this lesson. And please take what I'm saying as a kindness and something coming from my heart to you, and I want you to learn from this, okay? So please like, share, and subscribe to this video. And please learn about your history and your family background, and I guarantee you, you will see your self-esteem start to rise to the level as you know it can be. The sky's the limit. I believe in you. Please stay inspired, and don't forget to leave a comment. Appreciate you. Enjoy.